What's up, guys? Jay Little here with more PackCrackers. I got a whole box of Core Set 2020 with my buddy Casey.
What up, guys? How you doing?
He's here. He was nice enough to get this box of Core Set. We're going to open up the entire box on this episode. Now, this is probably going to be on a Friday that I upload this, so there's no giveaways. Keep that in mind, like I normally do with a box of Magic. But I'm not going to give away my buddy Casey's cards, especially when he was nice enough to do that. Even though he brought a pack of cards that he wants to do a giveaway for, which will be in the future or in the past, depending on when I actually open this. But we're going to go through each of these 36 packs. Casey's going to be here giving some commentary with us and see what we get. Let's start with Yangling. We got some Yangling here. I'm not going to go through the commons and the uncommons because I have so many Core Set 2020. I got another box of it as well. And there's so many Core Set 2020 that I just don't want to go through the commons again. But we'll go through the uncommons. We can look at them. Uncaged Fury, Master Splicer, that's a good card. Vengeful War Chief, and starting it off with Tail's End. So 1 and a blue. Instant, counter target activated ability, triggered ability, or legendary spell. And already got a foil Boneclad Necromancer. So there's that. You can sort those how you see fit, Casey. Let's do all the Yanglings first. Let's do that. Each of the packs have either Yangling, Soren, or a Johnny. So
Oh, that
what?
this one right here would be absolutely good for a full-on zombie deck.
Oh, no doubt. Necromancers and zombies, they love each other. They love each other. We got Disfigure and Empyrean Angel, not Empyrean Angel. I don't know what that would be. You don't know either. Skynet Vanguard and Temple of Mystery. Ooh, mysterious. Tap for a green or a blue. Enters tapped, and when it enters, using Scry. Scryland.
Oh.
So where's all the Teos? There's, or not Teo. What am I talking about? We were talking about Teo a couple minutes ago, and how I wish they would print more Teo Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
But this is actually Yanling. Or Yangling? Yingling. I could use a Yingling right now.
A Yangling would be pretty good.
No doubt. Colossus Hammer, Loaming Shaman, Diviner's Lockbox, and Hanged Executioner. 2 and a white spirit flying. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token flying. Pay 3 and a white. Exile Hanged Executioner. Exile target creature. And then a Windscurred Craig. Dude, really cool artwork on these Golem tokens.
I love the artwork on the soldier ones too.
Oh, no doubt. Another Yangling. No, of the box I got so far, I still have probably 7 or 8 packs left to open in the box I got, and I only have a couple mythics. Herald of the Sun, Might of the Masses, Rule of Law, Motherfucking Casey. Why did you get this and I don't have another one? Soren, Imperious Bloodlord. We're going to have to talk trades after this.
Oh.
2 and a black. Comes in with 4 counters on it. +1, target creature you control gains Death Touch and Lifelink till end of turn. If it's a vampire, you put a 1/1 counter on it. +1, you may sacrifice a vampire. When you do, this deals 3 damage to any target and you gain 3 life. -3, you may put a vampire creature card from your hand onto the battlefield.
Ooh.
Somebody's building a vampire deck.
Someone's gonna add to his vampire deck.
Or that. I'm really glad we didn't, give away the first mythic for you, because that's what happened to me when I opened up my first box of 2020 Core Set.
Oh, I even got a shiny island.
Yeah, oh yeah. Fucking pretty as shit, that island.
Dude, I like these new tokens they have going on right now.
Yeah, it's not necessarily full art, but it's close. It's 90% art tokens. Loyal Pegasus, Apostle of Purifying Light, just making sure that the cards are still on screen here. Legion's End is your rare. I missed a mythic or common. Fry, chicken leg. But you got Legion's End, 1 in a black. Sorcery, exile target creature an opponent controls. with converted mana cost 2 or less, and all other creatures that player controls with the same name as that creature. Then that player reveals their hand and exiles all cards with that name from their hand and graveyard. Well, that'd been really rough if you had that while we were playing my tokens versus your soldiers.
Very true. Also, it'd be a really good fuck you card in a sliver deck.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Pardon my French.
Oh, you can speak all the French you want, my friend. Ain't nobody telling me what the fuck to say on my YouTube channel. I mean, there might be. What is this? I haven't seen this one yet. This little like how to put your cards down.
Oh.
There's your hand, graveyard, library, creatures, lands, battlefield. If it's anything other than that, you automatically lose the game.
Maybe we should bring that in for Dustin.
Yeah, perhaps. Did he start playing Magic yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. He'll get to it.
He's still learning.
Rotting Regisaur, 2 and a black, zombie dinosaur.
I was gonna say.
At the beginning of your upkeep, discard a card. Now it's a 7/6 for 3 mana. That's pretty good. So it's got to have a downside. Beginning of your upkeep, discard a card. Still pretty good if you can get that on turn 2 or 3 even. More Yangling.
Oh.
Oh, you got a foil Tectonic Rift too. I didn't say that.
Oh yeah. And a treasure token.
Treasure token. That's what pirates like. Blight Beetle, Iron Roots Warlord, Corpse Knight. Ooh, Gargos, a Vicious Watcher. I don't have this guy yet. 3 and 3 green mana for a Hydra. Casey Fuller fucking loves him some Hydras.
Hell yeah.
It's 8/7 with Vigilance. Hydra spells you cast cost 4 less to cast.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
Someone at work was just telling me about that card.
Huh. We can't say where we work. If you gotta say the name of it, just say Fight Club.
Fight Club, I like it.
Yeah, because we're not supposed to talk about it. But this, whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, Gargos, Vicious Watcher fights up to 1 target creature you don't control.
Ooh.
Then, you know what's better than 1 rare per pack? 2 rares per pack, because you also got Icon of Ancestry. 3, drop artifact. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control the chosen type get 1/1. You can pay 3, tap, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Really small print, so I can't see it too well. You may reveal a creature card of the chosen type from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
Almost kind of like Door of Destiny.
A little bit. A little bit. Teo. Wait, no, not Teo. I keep saying she's Teo. She's not Teo. Teo's a dude. And I don't know what level of Asian Teo is, but Yanling, just by the name alone, has to be Asian. One would assume.
They really want me to have a lot of her pack.
Yeah, it's probably even. It's 36 times 3. What's that? The 1 and 3, 1 and 2, 12. So probably 12 of each, I would assume. Go through the commons real quick. If you're fast enough, you can pause to read about them. We got Warden of Evis Isle. That's a good card for flying decks. Howling Giant. You've been talking about building a giant deck.
Yeah.
Ember Hauler. Ooh, Draco Seth. This is the most badass dragon ever, I would say. Maybe not ever, but it's a really good dragon card. It's expensive. It's 4 and 3 red. 7/7 legendary creature dragon. Has flying. Whenever Dracoseth, Maw of Flames attacks, it deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to each of up to 2 other targets. So when it attacks, it's doing 7 damage, right? Then you can pick something to take 4 damage, and then you can pick 2 other somethings to take 3 damage.
Oh.
It's rough. So that's what, 6, 10, 17 damage every time it attacks?
That's a major fuck you in my burn deck.
Yeah, no doubt. Going through the ooh, Ferocious Pup, who's a cute puppy. Who's a cutie. Every time I see Ferocious Pup, I gotta pet it. It's cute. Lightning Stormkin, Angel of Vitality, Scuttlemutt.
Scuttlemutt?
Yeah, that's a reprint from Lorwyn or one of the Lorwyn theme.
With the artifact too.
Yeah. It's
Anything
pretty
ain't
cool.
bad.
Add 1 mana of any color. Tap. Target creature becomes the color or colors of your choice until end of turn. And your rare in this one is Temple of Silence. It's another scry land. Enters tapped with a scry. Tap for a white or black.
Yeah, I like them ones. Now, the ones that I really like that I don't think a lot of people know about is the Battle Bond set.
Yeah, Battlebond has some good cards in it. Battlebond was originally created for like two-headed giant type of things. But there's a lot of good cards in there. You got Blood for Bones, Creeping Trailblazer, Gauntlets of Light, Voracious Hydra. Dude, look at you getting them Hydras. I was hoping that you wouldn't get one in a pack so I could trade you this Hydra, but turns out X and 2 green for a 0/1 Hydra. Has trample, enters with X 1/1 counters on it. When it enters, choose one. Double the number of 1/1 counters on it. So if you pay 5, 5 extra besides the 2 green, it gets 10. Or this fights target creature you don't control.
Oh.
And you got a foil forest there too. A foilist. Foilist. Also, if you get there's a couple cards that I might want here, so we're gonna have to talk some tradesies sometime here soon.
I'm always game for tradesies.
So I wanna tell Casey this before I get to the mythic that you might have already saw on the recording. He didn't see it because he's looking at his cards. I had my choice this morning of either taking the box I decided to open or the one we're opening now for Casey, and I really wish I would have taken Casey's. But we got a Thrashing Brontodon, Rapacious Dragon, Overgrowth Elemental, and Omnath, Locus of the Royal, which is what I wanted. One, a green, a blue, and a red for a 3/3 Legendary Elemental. When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage to any target equal to the number of elementals you control. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on target elemental you control. If you control 8 or more lands, draw a card. Woo!
Now, do you have an elemental deck?
I do, but it's mono red, so that wouldn't help out too much. So I'm not super upset that you got that and I didn't, but I'm kind of upset that you got that and I didn't. Did you? How many mythics do you have? You have at least 2 mythics right now. You have the Sorin and that.
1, 2. Yeah, only 2 so far.
We got 2 so far. I've opened all but like 7 packs of mine. We've opened like what 12 of yours so far, and you gotten 2 mythics. I've opened like all but 7, and I've gotten 2 mythics. But we got Air Elemental, Wolf Rider Saddle, Yarix, Wave Crasher, and a Lotus Field.
Yeah.
Foil Keldon Raider, Blossoming Sands. Lotus Field, Hexproof, enters battlefield tapped. When it enters, sacrifice 2 lands. Tap to add 3 mana of any one color. So there you go.
No, it's funny. We were just talking about this card.
Yeah.
And how I wanted to get it off of you.
Well, now you don't have to.
I still might, though.
You might want another. What's better than 1 Lotus Field?
2.
2 Lotus Fields.
And that would even help me with my Hydro deck.
Hydro deck. Because you sacrifice 2 lands, but you get a land that gives you 3 mana. So it's really pro.
It's upcoming.
Yeah. So we got Soren and a Johnny next. Which one do you want to open next?
I'll go with Johnny because he's a badass planeswalker.
Also, still need that a Johnny in this set. I got the one from the Planeswalker deck, but that's about. Oh, there's a fly. Get away, fly. Do. Going through some commons. We got Gruesome Scourger, Devote Decree, Sky Knight Vanguard, another Voracious Hydra. We already covered that, so we don't have to do it again. So now you got 2 Voracious Hydras.
I think someone's Hydra deck is going to be rebuilt a little bit tonight.
Now it's going to get all puffed up. I love the artwork on this card. Unholy Indenture.
Oh.
This guy, Seb McKinnon, does some awesome artwork. First Uncommon, Flame Sweep, Apostle Purifying Light, Overgrowth Elemental, Icon of Ancestry. We already got that one. You got a foil one so far.
Yeah.
So there's 2 double rares, but I mean they're good rares. So
well, I love the elemental.
Oh yeah,
token.
dude, the elemental token, badass.
That's one thing I go with.
I know the Chandras in this set make you create elementals. So Rapid Bite, that's a good one. Pattern Matcher, that's the one I was talking to you about that one day at work. When it enters, you search your library for a card with the same name as another creature, and you bring it out. Risen Reef,
Okay.
also awesome artwork. That's not Seb McKinnon. That is Johan Grenier, I'm assuming. Mask of Immolation, colored artifact. What? And
Mm.
Loxodon Life Chanter. 5 in a white. Elephant Cleric, 4/6. When it enters the battlefield, you may have your life total become the total toughness of creatures you control. Imagine that in your Hydra deck. When you have like 6, 10, 10 Hydras.
His wife is yeah,
His wife.
wife.
This is Casey's wife.
It's white too, so it would really fit in.
Absolutely. And you can pay 5 and white. This gets +X total determine X is your life total. So that even gets boosted up by your life total. That's a good life gain deck card. And also a good wife.
Very good wife.
Yes. Next up, we got a bunch of commons. If you're fast enough, you can pause to read about them. But I mean, if you watch PackCrackers, you've seen these a million times already. At least the commons. Cryptic Caves, tap to add a colorless. I'm not sure why I'm reading it. It's a uncommon. A Silurian Drake, Manifold Key, Field of the Dead. It's a land, enters the battlefield tapped. Tap to add a colorless. Whenever this or another land enters the battlefield under your control, if you control 7 or more lands with different names, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. I don't really like that just because you have to have 7 different lands with names. So it's rough getting there, but
Once you get there, you pay like gold.
yeah, but getting there's the problem, as it turns out.
Oh.
Gravedigger, not the monster truck, but the zombie. It's been reprinted again.
Yeah.
Moldervine Reclamation. Whatever creature can do, I'm not sure why I'm reading it. Retributive Wand. And Cavalier of Flame. There's a fucking fruit fly flying around here. Fuck off, I see you. I'm gonna get you. Oh, I got him.
Nice cat.
He got away. I caught him and then I let him go because I'm nice like that. But anyway, Cavalier of Flame, 2 and 3 red. Elemental Knight, 6/5. Pay 1 in a red. Creatures you control get +1/+0, and gain haste until end of turn. When this enters the battlefield, discard any number of cards, then draw that many. When it dies, it deals X damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control, where X is the number of land cards in your graveyard. Not too bad. Cavaliers are nice. Still trying to give away that green Cavalier on my channel. So, next pack. Going through the comments. If you're fast enough to pause, you should and read about them. Master Splicer. That's a good one. Yarik's Fenlurker, Woodland Champion, Shifting Ceratops, a Swamp and a Wolf. Shifting Ceratops, 2 and 2 green. The spell can't be countered. It's a 5/4 dinosaur. Protection from blue, pay a green, and this gains your choice of reach, trample, or haste until end of turn. That'd be really good with that Odric you have. Because if your guys don't have trample, you can pay a green, give them trample, and then a green for a haste, and then a green for a reach.
Very true.
You're well covered at that point. Next pack. We're almost 2/3 of the way through. Probably more than half of the way through. And it's a 19 minute video so far, so it'll be alright. Herald of the Sun, Goblin Ringleader, Renowned Weaponsmith, and Marauding Raptor. This is a pretty cool card too. Marauding Raptor 1, red for a 2/3 dinosaur. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Marauding Raptor deals 2 damage to it. If a dinosaur is dealt damage this way, Marauding Raptor gets +2/+0 until end of turn.
Really good for a dinosaur deck, which I have not started one yet.
Looks like you're starting one.
I might have to.
Might as well, right? And I forgot to mention, I wanted to mention this in the beginning of the video. Core Set 2019, when that came out, me and my buddy Casey here, we opened that together. We got a shit ton of cards from that.
Yeah, we did. We got a lot of legend, well, a lot of the planeswalkers too.
Oh yeah. And so hopefully every year when Corset comes out, me and my buddy Casey gonna be Corset boys.
I got you.
Yeah. We got Gruesome Scourger, Bloodthirsty Aerialist. She's actually upside down. She's hanging from that little bar there. It looks like she's not, and she just has like weird arms, but she's doing it. Goblin Ringleader, Awake Root Elemental, 4 and 2 green. It's a 5/5 elemental. You can pay 5 green mana to untap target land you control. It becomes a 5/5 elemental creature. With haste, it's still a land. And a foil growth cycle. And a forest and a zombie. There you go. You got 4 more Johnnies. How many mythics you got so far?
3.
3. Alright, so you're beating my score so far. At least with the one I've opened. Going through the comments. Fencing Ace, Thought Distortion, Ancestral Blade, and your rare is Thunderkin Awakener. 1 in a red Elemental Shaman, 1/2 haste. Whenever it attacks, choose target elemental creature card in your graveyard with toughness less than Thunderkin Awakener's toughness. Return that card to the battlefield tapped and attacking. Sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. And you got a foil Centaur Cursor. Bloop.
So is this a lot around elementals or?
Yeah, since they did the Chandra thing, they put a butt ton of elementals in the set.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool because it's not just red elementals. There's blue elementals like this Frost Lynx, other colors of elementals. A red-green one like Creeping Trailblazer, your first uncommon. Gauntlets of Lights, Risen Reef, another elemental, and Repeated Reverberation. Okay, don't have this one yet. What this do? It's 2 and 2 red. When you next cast an instant spell, cast a sorcery spell, or activate a loyalty ability this turn, copy that spell or ability twice. That's good for planeswalkers. You may choose new targets for the copies.
Oh.
If you have a red planeswalker deck, or a deck that has red and planeswalkers in it, that might be goo. That might be real goo.
Kind of like chainmail.
Yeah.
Chainmail.
Maybe, I mean, it's only a one use thing, but it lets you do it twice, so it's a little bit better and a little bit worse than Chain Veil.
Yeah. But you get that, and then you use that on top of it.
And we got Unchained Berserker, first uncommon, Diamond Knight, Noxious Grasp, and Leyline of Sanctity. I think this is your first Ooh, double rares again. Look at you, Casey.
Yeah, buddy.
You got a Score Barons and a zombie. Leyline of Sanctity, 2 and 2 white. Enchantment, if it's in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. You have hexproof. You specifically have hexproof.
Ooh.
Next is Drawn from Dreams. I'm assuming this is the Pisces card because there's 2 fish swimming around in a circle. That's the Pisces symbol. 2 and 2 blue. Sorcery. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That was 2 pretty good rares you just got.
That would be really good in a Psychosis Crawler deck.
Oh yeah. My Psychosis Draw and Kill, where I draw a bunch of cards with at least hopefully. Oh, he's a cute, ferocious pup. Yes, you are. Sorry, I got distracted. What was I talking about? I have a deck that does stuff, I guess. Whatever. Brineborn Cutthroat is your first uncommon. Chandra Spitfire, another elemental. Spirit Pirate, Spectral Sailor. Ooh, you got a Cavalier of Thorns. I got that one. That's your next mythic. That's 4 mythics to my 2 that I got so far. Cavalier of Thorns, 2 and 3 green. It's 5/6 with reach. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Put a land card from among them onto the battlefield and the rest into your graveyard. When it dies, you may exile it. If you do, put another target card from your graveyard on top of your library. A lot of shit going on. So that's 2/3 of the box done. We only have, I'm trying to figure out right now, 9, 10, 11, 12 packs. That's what 2/3 of whatever I said was.
See, that card would be good, but
It's very specific.
it is, and you would end up probably losing more land and everything than what you would gain from it.
Yeah, I got one too, so. Hopefully, every pack I still have left has Mythic in it, but I don't want Casey to win out on the Mythic race. He's already ahead by 2. And I have like 5. I had like 6 or 7 packs left.
Sure.
Ooh, Chandra's Embercat. I want to trade you for that. That's my favorite. That's one of my favies. One of my favorite commons. I don't know why I haven't gotten more of them actually. But we got Iron Roots Warlord, Captivating Gyre, Corpse Knight, and Glint Horde Buccaneer. I was gonna say if you got another foil rare, I was gonna flip my shit. I got a foil uncommon, Gauntlets of Light, Bloodfell Caves, and a Demon. Glinthorn Buccaneer is 1 and 2 red for Minotaur Pirate, and 2/4 haste whenever you discard a card. This deals 1 damage to each opponent. 1 and a red, discard this card, discard a card, draw a card, activate this ability only if this is attacking. Now you're gonna have to start it. Now you're gonna have to start a damn red, blue, black pirate deck with all that stuff.
Man, I might actually have to.
I'll start like 6 or 7 decks with all these cards.
Oh, demon.
Ooh, demon. That's the first time you said that in your life. Cryptic Caves, Howling Giant.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, let's not. Cerulean Drake, and your rare is Temple of Triumph. It's a scry land. Scry 1 enters tapped, red or white. And a foil Ironroot Warlord. Oh, you got twinsies, I think? No, that must have been in the last pack. Never mind. Yeah, it must have been the last pack. I thought you got the Ironwood Warlord, Ironroot Warlord in this pack. But you didn't. That was last pack. Another foil for Casey. Ooh.
I'm perfectly fine with all these foils. I like shiny.
The shiny things are nice. Shiny cards, shiny Pokemon, all the shinies.
Shiny card.
Shiny what? What was that, Casey? You wanna explain something here? I'm gonna move along. Ogre Siegebreaker, Portal Sanctuary, Scamperine Scorcher, and Tail's End. 1 and a blue instant, counter target activated ability, triggered ability, or legendary spell. I think you got one of these earlier on. Maybe not. I don't know. Could be wrong. A lot of card names I've been going through today, so they all get kind of confusing. Ripping open another pack. Squad Captain. Ooh, Rapacious Dragon. That's a dragon that likes his gold. Fencing Ace, Season of Growth, and Knight of the Ebon Legion.
Oh.
Ooh, you got a Chandra token. Hopefully you'll get the Chandra to go with it. Knight of the Ebon Legion, a 1 black, Vampire Knight, 1/2. Pay 2 and a black. Knight of the Ebon Legion gets +3/+3 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. At the beginning of your end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, put a 1/1 counter on Knight of Ebon Legion. Not too bad. I don't have that guy yet. And I just now checked to make sure I was recording audio on this video. Really bad time to start doing that, but turns out I have been.
Well, that's always good. We don't have to redo them all now.
Don't have to pretend that all these packs are sealed. We got Brineborn Cutthroat, Colossus Hammer. Really love that card. Aether Gust, Leyline of the Void. It's another one of the ley lines in the set. 1 for each color. 2 and 2 black. Enchantment. If it's in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. If a card would be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. That way they can't bring that shit back.
That is the card I might have to build a deck around.
No doubt.
Just that card alone, too.
Alright, so we got 7 packs left, I think, if my math is working right now. Still haven't seen Soren, haven't seen a Johnny, haven't seen, who else? Vivian, Yangling.
Yeah, I
haven't seen any of the Chandras. There's literally 3 different Chandras, and we haven't seen a single one yet. So hopefully, one of these will be a Chandra. Loaming Shaman, another Scuttlemutt, Bloodthirsty Arrowless, Bishop of Wings. 2 whites, Human Cleric. Where are you going, buddy? Where are you going? 2 whites, Human Cleric, 1/4. Whenever an angel enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life. Whenever an angel you control dies, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token. Now you're going to have to build an angel deck. Jeez.
Or just keep my soldier deck and add a couple more angels.
A couple more Angels.
Yeah.
So there's, so far there is, how many mythics you got so far? We got 6 packs left.
4.
4 mythics so far. We got 6 packs left. No Chandras. There's an uncommon Chandra, which I've gotten 2 or 3 of in my first box. There's a rare Chandra and a mythic Chandra. I can understand if we don't get the mythic Chandra, but we should at least get the uncommon, if nothing else.
If we get the mythic, I might trade you for one on time.
Yeah, well, that sounds great. I'll trade most uncommons for most mythic. Oh, Ferocious, who's a cutie? Sorry, I got distracted again. These are cute little puppers. Thrashing Brontodon, Dragon Mage, a Dragon Wizard. Can you believe it? Yarix, yeah, I know. This isn't even on camera. I'm getting so excited. Yarix Wave Crasher and brought back Thornwood Falls Soldier. Brought back 2 whites. Choose up to 2 target permanent cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. Return them to the battlefield tapped.
Not bad.
Yeah, that'd be good for your soldier deck.
It would.
If somehow we could kill one of your idiot soldiers. You can
Hey,
bring
don't
back.
pick on it just because it flew above you and smacked you.
Had so many tokens. And he kept blocking them. Lightning Stormkin, Warden of Evis Isle, Ember Hauler. Ooh, another Leyline. How many? Do you have your rare separated?
I do.
We got. Maybe we can get all 5 of the Leylines. We got black. We got, I think, white.
Yes.
Now we got blue. So we need red. Maybe you got red too. I don't know. But anyway, Leyline of Anticipation. I'll let Casey look through those. Leyline of Anticipation. 2 and 2 blue enchantment. If it's in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. You may cast spells as though they had flash. That includes all sorceries, all enchantments, all equipment, all creatures specifically.
Anything.
Maybe we can get all 5 Leylands. Leylines, not Leylands. They're not exactly lands.
There's one.
We got a black one.
I know we got the white one. Right, there's the white one.
Blue, black, white. I think we got a red one. Maybe I'm thinking of the packs I opened earlier.
Yeah, I am not seeing the red one.
We need white and green. Maybe just these 2.
Right now, that's all I have. Well, I'm 3.
Well, we got 2 out of the 5. So this is going to have 1. This will have the other. And this will have 2 mythics.
That would be nice.
I predicted that these 2 will be mythics. I'm going to set these aside. I predicted these will have ley lines. At least.
Now, I might have to base a whole deck around them.
You might have to do like a starburst, like a 5-color thing.
Oh, yeah. I can run 5-color deck. It's not that hard.
Loaming Shaman, Uncaged Fury, Salvager of Ruin, Leyline, no. Shared Summons, 3 and 2 green. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards with different names. Reveal them, put them in your hand, then shuffle your library. That's not too bad. It's kind of like a very specific Dark Ritual, or not Dark Ritual, Diabolic Tutor, I should say.
Okay.
Diabolic Tutor will let you look for any 1 card. This will let you look for any 2 creature cards. So, and you got a foil Noxious Grasp. So it's not looking good for all 5 Leylines. We got 3 packs to open. This one and 2 more. We got Blood for Bones, Ancestral Blade, Hardcover, and Planar Cleansing. Oh, board wipe showing up. 3 and 3 white, destroy all non-land permanents. Very, very specific. And the Yangling token would be better if you had a Yangling to go with it.
It'd be nice if they'd give me one of them.
That'd be nice if I got one too. I got the Vivian, that's about it. Which, you got a Planeswalker. Yeah, you got the fucking Soaring, god damn it. I remember, because I'm angry about it. I predicted a mythic in this pack. Octoprophet, Chandra's Fire Ember Cat. Damn it, I want another one. Meteor Golem, Overcosty. I don't like it. A lot of people like it. I don't. Scholar of the Ages, Manifold Key. Oh, oh, it's legendary. At least 2 colors. Kalia, Kalia Zenith Seeker. Red, white, black. It is a mythic. I predicted correctly.
You did.
It's a legendary creature, human cleric, 3/3 with flying and vigilance. It's Mardu colored. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top cards of your library. You may reveal an angel card, a demon card, and or a dragon card from among them and put them into your hand. So you can have one of each. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order, in a random order. And Swiftwater Caves. Cliffs. That's a good one. I got one of those in my original pack. And I also predicted this would be a mythic as well. This is the last pack, so obviously we're not getting all 5 ley lines, so you can have those back now.
We might grab another one, though.
We might get 4 out of the 5. Who's to say? Or we might get a mythic like I predicted in this pack.
We may. We may get a mythic and a rare.
We could get 2 mythics. Could you imagine?
Oh.
Could you imagine KC4? Eternal Isolation. Well, there is a foil. I accidentally just saw that there was a foil. So maybe 2 mythics, maybe 2 rares, maybe a rare and a mythic. Who's to say? Vampire of the Dire Moon, last uncommon, Bark-Eye Troll, and the last rare or mythic, perhaps, of this opening is Grafdigger's Cage. Not excited about that one, but it's 1-drop artifact. Creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. Very specific, only works against certain decks that really make any sense. But the foil is uncommon, all right. Better than nothing. Captivating Gyre, 4 and 2 blue. Return up to 3 target creature cards to their owner's hands. I got a Johnny's Pride Mate and the Plains. So that's going to do it. Let me see your mythics. Let me go over those one more time real quick.
Mythics and rares.
Mythics and rares. So for the rares, we got the 3 ley lines, Sanctity, Anticipation, Void. We got Drakuseth, Temple of Mystery was a land, Tail's End, Hanged Executioner, Legion's End, Grafdigger's Cage, Rotting Regisaur, Gargos, Temple of Silence, another land, Voracious Hydra, Lotus Field, which is a pretty cool new card, another Voracious Hydra, Icon of Ancestry, I think you got another one of those, you got to foil one of those, I think, Loxodon Life Chanter, Field of the Dead, Shifting Ceratops, Marauding Raptor, Wake Root Elemental. Remember, if you want, you can pause to read about these if you need to. Thunderkin Awakener, Repeated Reverberation. I'm holding back a burp. I don't know if I can finish the video without holding it back. Dawn from Dreams, Drawn from Dreams, Glithorn Buccaneer, Temple of Triumph, and Tail's End again. I think you got 2 Tail's End. Knight of Ebon Legion, Bishop of Wings, Brought Back and Shared Summons, and Planar Cleansing. That was all the rares. Then you got 5 mythics. You got Kalia, Zenith Seeker, Cavalier of Thorns, Cavalier of Flame. You got 2 of the 5 Cavaliers. Sorin Imperious Bloodlord, really good card. Second most expensive card in the deck besides the mythic Chandra. And Omnath, Locus of the Royal, which I'm super jelly about. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's PackCrackers. I realized it was almost a 40-minute video, but instead of just, you know, doing all these pack openings for Core Set 2020, I decided just do one big video for a whole box. Why not, right? Yeah. And remember, guys, to comment, like, and subscribe. Everybody thank Casey in the comments for bringing his Core Set 2020 box over so we could open it. Technically, it was shipped here, but whatever. But he didn't really bring it over, so whatever. But it's here, and it's his, so he got some good cards. So far, more mythics than I got out of my core set, my second core set box at least. Remember to comment, thank him, thank Casey. Watch more PackCrackers all week long, every weekday. Check out every Thursday for a giveaway, possible. Yeah, tell your friends about it. So anyway, Casey, we done. We recorded for 40 minutes. Say
Hell
goodbye to
yeah.
everybody.
Later, guys.
See ya.